What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Touchdowns to Home Runs. My name is Bernie. Thank you for joining us today on the Touchdowns to Home Runs show. I hope that your day is going absolutely fantastic. And we have a final score from this week's Big Ten matchup between the Michigan Wolverines and the Wisconsin Badgers. The Michigan Wolverines have taken this one by a final score of 77-54. And wow, what a game. Just absolutely tremendous performance against a top 10 opponent when you look at it from the Michigan Wolverines perspective, who will now improve to an 11-0 record. And this is just a very, very special team. A year where the expectations weren't even super high, but people are getting proved wrong by this extremely, extremely talented roster. Wisconsin has absolutely dominated Michigan in terms of basketball in the past 25 matchups, winning 19 of those, but Michigan absolutely shut that down today. Fantastic offense, but even better defense, especially when we look at their defense inside. Again, this is a top 10 team when we look at the Wisconsin Badgers, but a team that Michigan went on a 36-3 run between 6 minutes left in the first half to halfway through the first half. Just an absolutely tremendous performance, made a very talented Wisconsin team look very, very bad. And Michigan continues their streak that they've really been going on all year long, absolutely dominating every opponent that comes in their way. Let's flip over to the box score. We'll start with the Michigan Wolverines. Really, everybody who touched the floor today, at least with major minutes, was fantastic. Isaiah Livers was great, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He also had 3 blocks. He was one of 2 Wolverines to have 3 blocks today. And as I mentioned, Wolverines played absolutely fantastic in terms of their interior defense. Hunter Dickinson had the other 3 blocks, 12 points as well, 5 for 10. And, you know, it's really hard not to go into every game with super high expectations for Hunter Dickinson because he has performed so well this season. But at the end of the day, this is just a freshman, a guy who is, you know, not had a ton of experience at the college level, but continues to show how good he is and looks like one of the most mature freshmen right now in all of college basketball. Absolutely fantastic. Franz Wagner was terrific today, 15 points, 10 rebounds, had 4 steals as well. Fantastic on the offensive side of the floor, but great on the defensive side of the floor. He was really, really hustling to get those extra plays for the Wolverines. Also had 1 of the 9 blocks that the Wolverines had on the day. Eli Brooks had 5 points, and then Mike Smith, rounding out the starting lineup, also was in double-digit points. He had 16, also tallied on 6 assists. And, you know, a lot of these Big Ten teams maybe had a bit of a sigh of relief at the end of last season with no Xavier Simpson, one of the best point guards in college basketball, out of the conference. But I'll tell you what, Mike Smith is a tremendous scorer. People didn't know what he would do, you know, playing in the Ivy League last year. But again, he's been a tremendous piece to what Michigan has been able to do so far this season. In terms of their bench, they really only played 3 guys, Sean D. Brown, Austin Davis, and Brandon Johns. Again, they were solid. Austin Davis, we didn't really know if he was going to play today, but he had 4 points, 4 rebounds as well. And he's just a tremendous, tremendous guy to have off the bench. Sean D. Brown had 7 points. He was the leading scorer off the bench, and then you had Brandon Johns with 3 points. In terms of the Wisconsin Badgers, I mean, they were really bad today, except Trice and probably Potter too. Most of Potter's real good play came at the beginning of the first half. Looked like he was going to be able to lock up Dickinson a bit. Obviously not really the case at the end of the day. Nate Reuvers was absolutely terrible today. Shot 2 for 9, 0 for 3 from 3. And, you know, he's one of the more veteran players on this Badgers team. One of their better players really in their program for what he does, the best shot blocker in Badgers history, but he was brutal today. Aleem Ford was no good as well, shot 2 for 8, and Davison as well, shot 1 for 8. The Wisconsin Badgers could not shoot. They were looking okay at the beginning of the first half, but again, Michigan went on that huge, huge run, which included the Wisconsin drought. Only 3 points between 6 minutes left in that first half to midway through that second half. And again, Wisconsin really struggled today. This is a very talented team. Their bench was no better, and they just absolutely got shut down, especially inside, but not a good shooting performance from the Badgers, who only shot 30.8%. Michigan shot 52%. They shot pretty well, 9 of 16 from 3. Only got to the line 4 times. They only shot 4 free throws, 4 for 4, but they did out-rebound the Badgers, out-assist the Badgers, out-steal, out-block, less turnovers. Yeah, they were fantastic. And in reality, the score is a bit closer than the game actually was, with Wisconsin making a little bit of a comeback, I guess, from the 40-point largest lead that Michigan had at one point. Michigan's next game will be on Saturday. They'll play the 23 Minnesota Golden Gophers. Michigan has already destroyed Minnesota this season, but obviously led by their superstar guard, Marcus Carr. I expect that to be a better matchup than we saw today, and it'll be really interesting to see if Michigan can continue the streak, keep it going against, again, another ranked team, another very talented team when we look at the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For Wisconsin, they'll play Rutgers. Not an easy matchup again for Wisconsin. Rutgers will go into that game 7-4. That's next week. Obviously, have an extremely talented guard as well in Harper Jr. Also, very talented big man when you look at Johnson, a guy who can score, a guy who can rebound. Gonna be a tough challenge for Wisconsin, who's really struggled for a few games in a row now. Will they be able to get back on track against Rutgers? We'll have to wait until the 15th to see that, but hopefully for Wisconsin fans, you guys can get back on track. I'm not sure where you guys are going to be ranked next week. Again, we'll have to wait and see. But if you did make it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this game down in the comment section below, because I know coming in to this Wisconsin game, a lot of people wanted to see where Michigan was sort of at. I'm curious to know if you guys are proven wrong here, or if you guys need to still see more. I know Michigan hasn't played Iowa yet, and Luka Garza in the Big Ten. Obviously, Luka Garza is one of the top scorers. But let me know what you guys expect for Michigan on the rest of the season. Obviously, the Big Ten has a lot of deep teams, a lot of really quality teams that are probably going to make the March Madness. And that Michigan still hasn't played. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this one sort of shows us where you're at? What are you looking forward to most in the schedule? And let me know your prediction for some of these bigger games coming up. Do you think, we're right there with Iowa, Michigan State? I want to hear it down in the comment section below. But if you did make it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to Touchdowns to Home Runs. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to check out the Touchdowns to Home Run store. We have some Michigan football merch. We're also going to be planning to put on some Michigan basketball merch, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. We do have an Instagram account that we're just starting. It's at Touchdowns to Home Runs on Instagram. Make sure to follow us there. We got a lot of great sports debates going on. And you will also get first look at the merchandise that is going to be coming out. But as always, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you stick around and I'll be able to see you guys next time. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and go Blue.